Hi guys, Deborah from Housewife Eclectic here. Today I'm going to be showing you some fun Disney no-carve pumpkin ideas. I know we're only partway through September, but I'm all about Halloween already. So give me just a second just to get a few shares in, and then we will get started. Today we are going to make a Jack Skellington pumpkin and a Sally pumpkin and I think a Mickey Mouse pumpkin. My daughter, I was going to do a Mickey Mouse pumpkin and an Anna from Frozen pumpkin today. And my 8-year-old who's at school right now was devastated that I was going to do the Anna pumpkin without her. So I think I'm not going to do that one. Don't want to devastate a child. So I think we will do Jack Skellington and Sally, and then hopefully Mickey Mouse we'll get to. So hang on. So I like to, you can obviously do these with real pumpkins. I like to do all of this stuff. I do quite a few of these every year. And I always do them with fake pumpkins because then I can always just put them in a Rubbermaid container and I guess not, like a big tote, and save them for the next year and just pull them out again. So I feel like if I'm going to go through all this work to put together these cute pumpkins, I want to save them. But, to each his own, that's a lot to store. I have a lot of pumpkins in the box. I was going through some of them yesterday trying to pull out some things, and my husband was shaking his head hardcore. So it is a lot to store. I totally get that. So some people want to do this with real pumpkins so you don't have to store them. They turn out super cute with real pumpkins. So I have these pumpkins, these fake pumpkins. This is from Untitled Chapter. So this is what I want to do the Mickey Mouse one from. But I'm also going to do pumpkins from the crappy dollar store pumpkins. So we are going to see how that... I've actually done quite a few projects with the carvable pumpkins from the dollar store, and they've actually turned out pretty good. So I have pre-started these ones because I knew the paint was going to take a while to dry, and they've kind of fallen apart a little bit. So we'll see how it goes, if it even works out. So we're going to do Jack Skellington and Sally from dollar store pumpkins, because I think with the so I've spray painted dollar store pumpkins every year for the last forever years, and this time the spray paint ate away at the pumpkin. So I'm changing my Sally idea a little bit so we can cover up a little bit of that eaten away thing. But since it's Jack Skellington and Sally, I feel like it's a little okay if they're a little bit beaten up. So we'll see how that goes. I'm almost done with shares, and then we will get started. Sorry, I have the hardest time talking and sharing at the same time. So this year we've done, on my last live video on Housewife Eclectic, I did an Elsa pumpkin and we did Nemo, and my kids are obsessed with the Nemo pumpkin. It turned out super cute. So I want to do Anna, and I want to do Mickey, and then Jack and Sally, and then my husband might leave me if I do any more. So I'm just kidding, but I like holidays a lot. I do a lot of decorating for Halloween. I do a ton of decorating for Christmas. Poor guy has to live in a house with a crazy holiday person. So I'm going to... Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with the Jack and the Sally pumpkins. Like I said, so I'm doing these with dollar store pumpkins. They would obviously hold up better with the ones from Oriental Trading, which we're going to do Mickey out of. But I wanted to try it with the dollar store pumpkins and see how it turned out. Maybe it will turn out awesome. And then, because these run about $7 a piece, which I don't think is bad. But, maybe it'll be off. Maybe it'll turn out awesome. So normally I have spray painted a lot of dollar store pumpkins in my day. Some of actually my most popular posts of all times, in fact I'll link to those for you, include spray painted dollar store pumpkins. You can do a lot to turn a dollar store pumpkin into something amazing. This time when I spray painted them, it actually, you can see here, you can see how it ate away at the pumpkin. I've never had that happen before. So you shouldn't expect that to happen, I would hope. But if it does, you can just cover it up like we're going to, because I don't want to waste the pumpkin. So I'm going to link to a couple of my most popular dollar store pumpkin ideas for you guys in the comments. So I'm Deborah. I blog at Housewife Eclectic. There we go. I just put my metallic pumpkin art. That's one of my most popular posts. And then these these metallic flower arrangements are also really fun. So I blog at Housewife Eclectic. I do a lot of holiday stuff. I'm all about holidays. And I'm all about Harry Potter, Doctor Who, a lot of the nerdy things. So those are kind of the fun things that I like to do. I'm also, I lost my train of thought. Also struggles. So the first thing you need is you need to get the dollar store pumpkins, and you need to give them a base coat. So for Jack, obviously we want a white base coat, and for Sally we want a kind of a teal greenish base coat. So that's what I went ahead and spray painted these, because I can't spray paint in here. Make me sick. I'm going to give Jack's a little bit more coat while we're sitting here, and then we'll work on Sally while Jack dries a little bit. So I am coming to you from, oh, she says that maybe the new ones are from something that reacts to the paint. So these pumpkins are actually from, I actually want to go get a couple of ones from this year and see how they hold up. These are from last year. They were just ones that I didn't get to when I was working on pumpkin ideas. So hopefully the ones from this year don't eat to the paint. So they are not reacting at all to the acrylic paint. They just reacted to the spray paint. So if you want to be extra sure, I would just foam brush acrylic. I mean, the reason why the spray paint is, the spray paint is just easier. It's not necessarily better. It just is a lot easier to do. So the spray paint ate a little bit away on this part of the pumpkin right here. So we are going to just make that the back. But I didn't have as much problem with the white spray paint as I did with the teal, which is funny. But who knows? So I'm just going to give this another coat of white. So you just want a good base layer. This is what we'll paint our eyes on. All that good stuff. So these are from Dollar Tree. They always have oodles of them. And I just think they're fun. I'm always painting them. My favorite way to paint them is I like to paint them metallic. I don't know. Maybe it is from the way they were stored. I'm not sure. So, but I definitely never had it happen before. So it's not something I'm hoping that any of you will experience should you choose to decorate dollar store pumpkins. If you do experience it, I have had really good luck with the ones from Oriental Trading. I mean, they look nice. The two that I did on Friday when I did my live, we did Anna and Nemo. Those worked fantastic. Those take paint really, really well. But with this one, I mean, with some of the pumpkin decorations, I think it would matter if it ate it a little bit. Since we are doing something a little bit more spooky, I think that it's totally fine. So, here we've got, I mean, I didn't spray paint the bottom. It shouldn't be a big deal. Here we've got our Sally pumpkin. Poor little Sally eating away. This one really took a hit. So we are going to make the smoother side right here her face. So the very first thing we need to do, I need to pull up a picture of Sally on my computer so that I can see her. So the first thing you need to do is you need to paint her eyes. And we are just going to go with circles for eyes. Just kind of, you know, circular type. You can go a little bit more oval, but I think for Sally we want to stick pretty much circular. So go on the smoothest part of your pumpkin, and you're just going to take a foam brush. Actually, I'm going to grab a paintbrush, not a foam brush. There's a lot of paintbrushes, can you tell? Okay, bring over a variety of paintbrushes and see what we can work with. I'm actually going to try this one out. I don't think I've ever used it before. So it's just a circular sponge. And we are just going to go ahead and give her eyes. So you want white eyes for Sally. Actually, it's looking pretty good. If you guys ever can't see, let me know, and I'm always happy to move things, move the camera and stuff. I'm gonna tilt you guys down a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. I just always hate when it like all you can see is my nose. So, so for these projects, you need your base color, so white and kind of a teal. You definitely need a white, and you need black, and so for Jack, you just need white and black. For Sally, you need white and black and a little bit of red and a little bit of gray. So we're just gonna go over these eyes on Sally again, just to make sure that she's got a nice eye. So if you don't have a circle foam brush like I've got, you would just work it around in a circle. Okay, so Sally's got some eyes. We're going to let her eyes dry for a minute while we do the rest of her face, and then we'll go back and add the other things on her eyes. So we need black. I'm just using apple barrel paint today. This must have it's a brand new bottle. I use a lot of black paint in my life, like a ridiculous amount of black paint. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put some black paint. I'm just using a paper plate up here to let me, you know, put my paints like on a palette. I need a red, and I forgot to pull a red. So give me just a second. I'm gonna pull a red. This is my, I don't know if you can see over here. Oh, right on top. Actually, do we want a redder red? I keep my paint all in drawers, and I like cringe thinking about the day that my 3-year-old discovers where the paint is. Yeah, because that would be bad stuff. Okay, so just red. You just need a little bit of red. We just need red for her lips. So we're gonna grab a brush. For a lot of these things, especially since we're working on smaller surfaces, you're gonna want a smaller brush, just because we are working on such small surfaces. So we're gonna dip in the red, and then you're just gonna do lips. So you just want a hump, and then a bottom lip. So it shouldn't be too hard to do. And I'm like not artistic. Like I'm crafty, but I'm not artistic. So like if I can do this, you can do this. My brother, who is artistic, he's actually a professional artist. He like sees some of the stuff I do, and he's like, "Why didn't you call me?" I can't call you every single time, dude. You are a very busy man. He does art for a grocery store around here, which is super cool. So you see, I just got a hump. Now I'm doing my other hump. And then we'll do a bottom lip. So I always pull up a picture. I've got a picture of Jack and Sally up on my computer right now. It just helps me to get their eyes and things a little bit more accurate. Like obviously I said I'm not an artist, so it's not going to be spectacular. But my goal is if my kids are thrilled with the project at the end of it, then I'm happy. So I've got lips on there. I'm going to go ahead and fill the lips in. We're going to let the lips dry, and then we'll paint black over them to give them the spread between the lips, that kind of thing. One thing with styrofoam is it does kind of suck up the paint, so you are going to have to do a couple of layers to get it to look red. And see, can you see how it looks dark in some areas because it's sucking up the paint? Totally normal. You just got to give it, you just got to paint it more. My kids are obsessed with The Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't know how you guys, so every year we do a group costume. This year we're doing Nightmare. And my littlest one, who's 3, is thrilled. She has been trying to get us to do Nightmare Before Christmas since she could talk. Like, So she'll be Jack. She's my little Jack. And then my daughter, who is almost 9, will be Sally. And then I'm gonna be Shock. And I keep trying to figure out a way to like bring the other boogie boys with me. I'm not sure if I can figure that out. And then my husband will be Santa. We wanted him to be Oogie Boogie, but I kept looking into costumes, and there's like, I don't know, there's like so many ways that costume could go so bad. So we decided that we would go with Santa instead. Okay, so here we go. Eyes, lips. So basically those are the 2 main colors that you need to get on there, and then the rest is all white and gray for Sally. So her eyes are still drying a little bit, so we are going to work a little bit on her hair while the rest of her face. Hey Missy, what you doing? This is Haley. This is my 3-year-old who's been up with Grandma, so she's still in jammies. What you doing?
What are you making?
Sally and Jack. What do you think?
That's Sally?
Yeah, it's Sally.
You're making my Jack?
I'm making, yes, for you. Jack for you. What do you think? I'm going to work on Sally's hair.
Oh, you got for Oogie Boogie.
You want me to do Oogie Boogie?
And now you can do Santa next.
Okay, but I only have 2 pumpkins today. So today we'll do Sally and Jack. And if we want to do Oogie Boogie and Santa, we'll have to go get more pumpkins. Is that okay? So I'm going to just grab red yarn over here.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, what?
You're making mine
So
on
just
a
have a...
pumpkin. Making me on a pumpkin very, very fast.
I'm not making Anna right now because Sophie said she wanted to help make Anna, remember? She told me she would be so sad if she wasn't here to help make Anna. Okay, so you just need red yarn and a picture book.
Mom.
I'm trying to decide if this is going to be way too long. Should I go this way? Yeah.
Mom.
What, honey?
Look.
Show me. Nina painted your fingernails and your toes. They're so pretty.
Mom.
So Miranda, my husband, was going to be Oogie Boogie, and then we were really worried about, like, I don't know, there's really, if you look at the shape of Oogie Boogie, there's ways to, how do you say that? It basically is very easy for that costume to look very racist, is basically what it comes down to. So we decided Oogie Boogie is one of those costumes that you either have to get perfect or you just need to not do it. So we're not doing Oogie Boogie. We're going to do, my husband's going to be Santa instead. So just red yarn, picture book, and just go ahead and go. Wrap it around. I'm doing the short way because I'm doing a smaller pumpkin. If I was doing a full-size pumpkin, I would probably do the long way of the picture book. So, yeah, we love group costumes. We've done, last year we did, like the newer Star Wars. We did Rey and BB-8. And then the year before we did older Star Wars, like Vader and R2-D2 and Ahsoka. My daughter's obsessed with Ahsoka. And then we've done, the year before that, we did Frozen, but my husband and I were like, he had this awesome idea that we should do, like zombie king and queen from like where the mom and dad die. And I was like, let's not traumatize children. So, just our kids were a group costume that year. And then the year before we did Avengers. So we have a lot of fun. My husband's not super into like the dress up and like that kind of thing, but once a year on Halloween he'll do it for me. So I always have a lot of fun figuring something out for the family. Next year I want to do Harry Potter really bad. We'll see if they'll go for it. But one year they are going to stop wanting to go along with their crazy mom's ideas about group costumes, and I'm going to be super sad. But I don't know, this year, my older daughter really wanted to be Poppy from Trolls. And I was like, that's fine. You don't have to, you know, the group costume's just like one of Mom's crazy ideas. You don't have to be a part of it. And she was like, but I really want to. Mom, I can't not match the theme. So she's going to be Poppy at school and Sally for trick-or-treating. I thought that was a good compromise. Okay, so I'm just wrapping. This is Sally's hair. So I'm just wrapping and wrapping. You just wanted enough. We are, actually I'm not going to. I was going to braid it, but I'm not going to. Sally just has long straight hair. And I was going to braid it to try and keep it from being a mess, but I think we'll be fine. So you just want quite a bit on there because you want it, so we're going to band it in the middle and it's just we're going to hot glue it on top here, and we want it to really nice flow over the sides of the pumpkin. So you want quite a bit of yarn. So I'm just using just red, nothing fancy, just some plain red yarn that I had on hand. So just keep going and going and going. Almost there. Got quite a bit on there. You just want it to fill up the area. So I'm gonna, those are still drying. Still drying, as I now have white all over my fingers. Okay. Just a couple more rolls, I think, and oh, my red yarn ran away. And we will finish this off. This is how my mom used to make his yarn dolls when I was a kid. This is how she used to do it. I loved yarn dolls. Of course, I was a doll girl. I love dolls of all kinds. So, I am coming from you today in the Salt Lake City area of Utah. When you hop on, let me know where you are coming from. I hope if any of you are in Florida that you're doing well. I have lots of family in Florida, so I was relieved that they were all doing well. That's where my mom grew up, so my mom grew up in Titusville, Florida. So I have most of her siblings still live there. One of them doesn't, so can't say all. Okay, so there we are. You see that there's quite a few strands on there. It's pretty thick. So at this point, you need a rubber band and you need good series scissors. So Tanya, yes, this is my craft room. This is my office. So I'm gonna grab a rubber band and scissors at the top. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. My kids love rubber bands and they take off with them all the time. So I am lucky enough that crafting is my job. So my office is pretty crafty and fun. So I've cut it off the skein. So now here we are. You can try and slide it off the book. I don't know if that's gonna work. I wrapped it really tight. Nope. Okay, so what we are gonna do is you're just gonna take it and you're gonna cut it at as close to the, actually you can slide it into the, that's why I like to do it on a book, is because you can slide it into the groove of the book. Oh, except don't cut the book like I just did. Sad day. Okay. Could I be cutting this more awkward? I don't think so. Okay, so go ahead and snip all of those yarn. And now it looks like this. I've got one long thing of yarn. So next thing I need to do is I need to pull this rubber band into the center. You could use a hair rubber band if you wanted. And you need it to be about in the center of the hair. So kind of check and see, make sure that or else your hair will be a lot longer on one side and it will look kind of funny. So once you've figured out that it's center-ish, go ahead and wrap that rubber band until it is tight. This reminds me of my super awesome best friend. She always makes the cutest things for my kids. When my oldest daughter was 3, she loved Toy Story. She made her this amazing Jessie costume from Toy Story. And, oh man. She had this like awesome yarn wig. That's what made me think of it. It had this awesome yarn wig and everything. So, she's pretty much the best. Okay, so now we've got her hair pretty much done. So, hair. We're going to set that aside for a minute and we are going to go back to working on Sally's face. So go ahead and grab, I need another small brush. The one I have over here I don't think is small enough. Grab a couple. Okay, so now I have small paintbrushes. Next thing we are going to do is we are going to add the black on Sally's face. So you want to take it and you want to, or you could do this with a Sharpie, might be easier. You want to outline her lips. So I'm just doing a small outline around Sally's lips. So outline her lips. Beautiful. Her lips are outlined. And then we want to draw a line through the lips to give it that lippy look. Okay, so now we have lips. And then we want to keep going out through the lips and make stitches. Lorraine just commented. I don't think I realized you were, oh yeah, you did comment earlier. That Jessie costume was amazing. I'm gonna have to see if I can find a picture for you guys. It was super, super cute. My daughter loved it and wore it all the time. And then my other daughter actually wears it now. And for the longest time, we just had the one girl. Our girls are pretty far apart in age. They're about almost 6 years apart. And there was one point where another friend was like, your daughter's outgrown that costume. Can I have it? And I was like, no, never. I will keep it until I die. I love it. Okay, so now we've just got out from the sides of her lips and we're just doing stitches. So stitches, which I'm just doing lines. You can do a couple X's. Just do this with a small paintbrush. It will make it much easier on yourself. And the black isn't soaking in as bad, so that's good. So you only have to do one coat. So we've done stitches on her face. We're gonna do a couple of other, just do lines of stitches. So the stitches seem to look best if you do some lines, some X's. Okay, now we need to add the dot in the eye. She's starting to come together, guys. Oops, that part was not quite dry. You see her? She's starting to come together. Okay, so now she needs eyelashes. So give her big, thick eyelashes. What are they doing out there? I have my window open for the first time this fall and I'm so excited. It's starting to feel a little more fall-like. Okay, so now we've got our Sally is starting to come together. So now we need a little bit of gray This is just dolphin gray paint. Those are sewing scissors. We're not going to open that with that, or I'll hate myself forever. Say I don't let my kids touch my sewing scissors, let alone use them if I use them for something other than sewing. Okay, so we've just got gray. We're going to do an outline of her eye a little bit in gray. And we are going to do her nose in gray. And then her face is pretty well done. So another small paintbrush. I mean, you could do this all with the same small paintbrush. I just don't want to have to run and wash them out. You know, you guys get bored. So we're just going around her eye, making it stand out a little bit more. Like I said, I'm not an artist, so I'm sure some of you could do a way better job at this. And then we'll just give her like a half moon nose. I don't super love the way the nose turned out. I'm going to try and make that not stand out so much by pushing that a little bit into the styrofoam. Okay, so there is our Sally's. I really hate the nose. I need a blue paint so I can cover it up. You didn't see that. Okay, so there's Sally. I think I'm gonna have to fix that nose a little bit. It's bugging me. So when she's dry, we will go ahead and we will put this hair on top of her, and it's gonna end up looking more like that. I hate that nose. We're gonna have to fix it. See if we can't find something to fix it with. Okay, so now we are going to work on Jack, the Pumpkin King. So I'm going to find the smoothest surface I can on this white pumpkin. And Jack is so easy. Like, that's one thing that I love about making things with Jack on it, is that he is just so easy to do. So actually, I'm going to try so his eyes are more ovally shaped than Sally's, but I am going to start with the black dots. So just 2 black dots, start giving him an eye. Then we want to kind of drag it up into the center, So I'm going to do this with a paintbrush. There we go. See how it's getting more ovally there? So you want to drag him up into the center, So normally while I'm working, I would be listening to an audiobook. So do you guys like the audiobooks? What do you like to listen to? I'm listening to We Have Always Lived in the Castle right now, which I have read before, but it is my book club book next month, and I want to reread it. So here we go. Up into the center. Which eye is looking funny? This one. Okay. I couldn't tell from which angle it was. Yep, so drag him up into the center. Give him long, ovally eyes. Then Jack Skellington has little nostril holes. So you just want to give him, those are also, I think, more ovally. Let me find another up-close picture of him really fast. Like singing the song in my head. Jack, the Pumpkin King. So I pull up pictures of what I'm working on a lot of times, especially if I'm trying to go after a character. So I've got a picture of Jack up on my computer, so that I can see. So he's got the big ovally eyes, he's got the little nostrils, and then he also has the skeleton like stitches type mouth, which is kind of funny, honestly. but whatever. So we're going to go ahead. Some people like to do his mouth a little bit open. I think I'm just going to go straight across. So let's go straight. So just give him a smile like this. Give him a smile, and then we'll do stitches. Fill out his smile a little bit. Maybe I do want him open mouthed a little bit. Okay, so I gave him a little bit of an open mouth, not too big, but just a little bit of an open mouth. And now the next thing we are going to do is we're going to give him stitches. So just line, line. And his are, with Sally, I liked the lines and an X and then a line and an X. With Jack, his are more just straight lines. There's not as many, yeah, he doesn't need the X's. He's more just straight lines. Okay, so there is our Jack. What are we thinking of him? See if I can, his mouth's a little off center. What do you think, guys? You like him? I'm going to touch him up a little bit while we are sitting here. Give him, I'm going to use this brush. Just get some of the white down into the crevices. So how do you guys decorate for Halloween? Are you big Halloween decorators, or are you like, you appreciate the Halloween decorations, but you don't really do it yourself? What is your style? Where in California, Diana? My husband lived in Huntington Beach for a long time, for a while. I guess I shouldn't say a long time. Long is relative. He lived in Huntington Beach. He also lived in Compton, so quite the difference in areas there. But, so with him, you really just want his face to look really white. So anywhere you see a little bit of orange popping up, we're just going to go ahead and give him a little bit of a touch up. Because Jack Skellington's not Jack Skellington if he doesn't look Skellington-ish. Okay. Give him a little bit of a touch up. Oh shoot, I smeared him. That's what I get for being cocky and thinking I can touch it up. So do you guys do themed costumes? Lorraine says she loves pumpkins and leaves them on her porch till they rot. Yes, I know. I love them too. Pumpkins are, I just love fall. I love everything about it. I was looking at some of my Halloween stuff last night as I was looking for the pumpkins that I hadn't painted last year. And I'm just like, I don't love the gory Halloween. I don't love, the blood and guts and stuff like that. I don't like children being scared. I don't want my kids to be scared. I don't really like to be scared myself. But I just love the fall and the decor. I love that it's finally like the part of the year where everyone decorates. I love decorations. My poor husband. I feel bad for him all the time. I have 4 Christmas trees, guys. 4. And I could do 5 if I really wanted to. Because I have 5. I just pull out 4. So I have 3 big trees. I do a Doctor Who tree, which is amazing. My best friend kind of started that one, and it's taken off, and it's amazing. I love it. She gave me my first ornaments, and every year for Christmas she usually gives me more, and it's just so fun. So I have a big Doctor Who tree, and then I do a rock and roll tree for my husband. That's usually the tree that the presents are under, because I don't know why the presents are under that one. They just are. Okay, so we touched him up a little bit. Oh, he looks good. I love him. Okay, he turned out good. So let's go ahead and finish up our Sally. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can't find some blue paint so we can fix her nose because her nose looks ridiculous. Aha! Blue paint right at the front. So I do Dr. Who tree, and then last year, I was, oh, that's way darker than it looked. Yeah, it's way darker than it looked. I do, last year everything was Harry Potter because my daughter was turning 8, which is where we're from. 8 is a big deal. It's a big birthday. And in Utah, it's a big birthday. So I kind of was like, you tell me what you want and I will throw that party. And she wanted Harry Potter. And I turned my house into the Great Hall. Guys, I have to show you. Let me find it on my blog and I can share it to you. So, yep, I turned my house into the Great Hall. It was seriously such a fun party, but it was so much work. And so my husband this year was like, no parties. Like, I made a full Quidditch pitch. And, yay, Kimberly said she made one of the mesh wreaths that I did 2 weeks ago. Kimberly, I'd love to see it. You can upload a picture to my Facebook page, or I don't think you can show it to me on the live video. But if you, so guys, I am live here on Mama Loves Food every other Monday, because I do a split with Mama Loves Food and Spaceship and Laser Beams. So I'm live every Monday. It's just either on Mama Loves Food or Spaceships and Laser Beams. And then every Friday I am live on my page, Housewife Eclectic. So, and I'm doing a lot of Halloween tutorials right now. I did cute candy corn things last time. I did an Elsa pumpkin last time. So lots of pumpkin ideas, lots of just fun ideas. So if you're into that, you can go ahead and give my page a like and you'll be able to see more of this. So I think we're just going to do the 2 Nightmare Before Christmas pumpkins today. Oh, I just put the Harry Potter party in the comments, so if you want to see my daughter's crazy Harry Potter party. I went a little nutso with it, but she had so much fun and she still tells me it was the best party ever, so I'm gonna call it good. Okay, so I'm just gonna I just found a blue that's kind of close to the one I've got on her, so I'm just going to cover up her nose and we're gonna try again. There we go. I covered up her nose. Not so hideous now. Oh, I love them, guys. They turned out really good even on dollar store pumpkins. I'm actually really impressed. If I had all of the pumpkins in the world, I would do them on big ones. But will you be doing tutorials on Cricut vinyl cutting for the Yeti cups anytime soon? I have actually done a lot of Cricut tutorials. In fact, my camera that you guys are looking at me from is sitting right next to my Explorer Air 2 and my Cricut Maker. So if you guys are interested in Cricut tutorials, I would be happy to do some fun ones coming up here. I've got some great Halloween ideas. I can show you how to do the vinyl and how to put it on a surface and stuff like that, and then you can apply it to any surface that you want. So I would be happy to do that. Maybe Friday, I'm trying to decide. I usually have a schedule planned out, but it's usually only planned out a couple of weeks in advance, so I can change things up a little bit. So we are going to try her nose again, and then we're going to add her hair. So we just want a little nose. Yeah. There we go. I like that way better. Okay. So Jack, the Pumpkin King, Sally. Sally, we are going to add hair to. So you just take where you rubber banded it and you're just going to hot glue it to the top of the So I kind of like to turn it back this way. We're going to just hot glue it to the front there. And then we'll just bring it down the side. You can hot glue a little bit more on the sides if you want. I'm trying to decide if I just want to bring it around and let it be like a full wig. What do you guys think of that? Let it be, drape over the back and cover up some of that crud. There she is. What do you think? I love it. So here are our pumpkins. Super, super, super cute. So if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and leave them in the comments on this video, or you can message me or put them on my page, which is Housewife Eclectic. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and you guys have such a good day.